Now that Stranger Things 4, season 4 is being announced, let's talk about Netflix's largest series to date. Stranger Things has become a phenomenon amongst anybody who has anything to do with television series. It's nostalgic. It brings back that old 80s feeling. If you were an 80s baby, yep. So the announcement was made that the Dufo brothers has definitely have season 4 already written, and the announcement is that it's no longer going to be in Hawkins. That's going to be something different. Everybody wants to know, are they going to Russia? Where are they going? Remember, she's no longer, 11 is no longer, she is absolutely no longer in Hawkins. They all moved out. They packed up and moved. So the fact that it's not taking place in Hawkins, even though Mike is still in Hawkins, Will isn't. I see this possibly being one of the last seasons. She just has to recharge her battery. It's going to take her a long time, as this is the first time in her life she doesn't have her powers. Season 3 was a bit of a letdown for a lot of people, but they did do a great job in introducing some of the new characters. Wow, 3 people said that they love season 3 more than they love season 2, which is interesting to me because I like season 2. There's only one episode I didn't like in season 2, and that was the sister episode when she went off to Chicago and got wild with her sister. I didn't like that at all. I felt they just squandered that. And then the fact that I believe the sister is going to be back in season 4 and use her powers. Well, see, the problem is because they become bigger celebrities, the cost of having everybody has increased. These guys, when they first started for the first 2 seasons, they were getting $20,000 an episode. The main cast kids. Only people who was getting paid the most money was Winona Ryder, her and Harper. They were getting all the money. They were getting because they were already established movie stars. So Winona Ryder was the biggest paid celebrity on there. She was getting like 250,000 an episode. So when they came back, They renegotiated a deal. She was getting like 300,000 an episode, and Hopper was getting 350,000 an episode. For the last season was the most expensive. Everybody got pay bumps. Most of the kids jumped up to 100,000, 125 episode. Most of the kids jumped up. All of them jumped up. 11, hers wasn't even being documented because they're saying she's getting $1 million almost an episode just to have 11 in there. So now the cost is up. So now that the cost is up for the characters, but the two people who are not really getting paid that much, I don't know what's going on with their agents, was the two couples that are actually dating in real life, Nancy and Will's brother, the crazy photographer. She got paid $1 million for Godzilla, and she's gonna be for the sequel. They're gonna pay another $1 million to be in the sequel. King Kong versus Godzilla. She's gonna do that. Then Mike is reportedly gonna get like 750,000, his largest payday ever, to be in the new Ghostbuster movie. Well, there's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of avenues they can go. The creative writing team is going to keep it fresh. I trust them. Yeah, Steve ended up becoming more than what they thought he was originally going to be. The Steve character evolved from a character that they were going to kill off and decided to keep Steve on the show because a lot of people love Steve and his hair. Steve almost became the new Spider-Man with Sony. That good thing they worked things out with Tom Holland. I think that would have been a terrible idea. But Steve and that mullet of a hair that he got, he ended up becoming bigger than the boyfriend that's with Nancy, the sister. Steve character evolves. People gravitated more to him once he had something to do because he was just there. Like he was the guy that wanted to get his girl back, win her back when she was with, the creepy boyfriend that she's dating in real life, who's a cokehead. In real life, he got busted for coke and he's still on the show. Now, with that being said, they also have a situation now because Steve character and Dustin's character became like big brother, little brother, and people loved that. And they ate it up. And they gave him Steve something to do. So in season 3, the majority of the focus, have you noticed, was with Steve and that girl. That girl comes from an acting class of family. That's Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke's daughter. So definitely she has acting in her blood. I mean, you could tell by looking at her. She looked like Uma Thurman and she has the smirks and everything of her father. She looks exactly like them. She's got Uma's big feet. I don't know. I didn't see her. I didn't look at her feet. The redhead kid got, oh, the black guy and his girlfriend, the redhead girl. How they got that relationship going? Oh, Dustin and his girlfriend when they started doing the Never Ending Story song. And that's funny because nobody cared, and especially in the black community, about the Never Ending Story. We just knew that was a flying dog. we never learned that song. But then again, we never went to summer camp either. Now, the relationship was built with the characters in the mall. Everything was about the mall because in the 80s, this was the new thing. A lot of you guys are probably young enough and don't really remember. You guys see those strip malls now because they're cheaper to do and less constricting. But all the stores used to be in one big mall. When you go inside and you're walking to all the stores, those used to be in every city. They tore a lot of those down and made strip malls out of them because it saved space and lots of money when people weren't buying anything. But then that's when you had record stores, you had Sam Goodies, you had everything stacked out, everything, Orange Julius. I was like, man, so it was a good common ground to meet girls and meet people from different areas and get in fights with other people from other hoods. Music Land, yep. Oh man, you just took me back. Music Land. My cousins took about like $500 worth of music out of Music Land. They didn't even know they were hit. he was taking some other stuff and ended up going on a craze of taking stuff. And the greed got him. He kept coming back for more. He kept coming back for more. He'd go there, come back for more. Go there, come back for more. Oh man, it was crazy because he sent my other cousin to go be lookout. He told him to go distract the lady, like asking her questions about games and all this stuff. So he had on point for lookout. So they got her on the look. I got him on the lookout patrol, and he's just asking her these questions. Anything my other cousin gets busted, security catch him, they get all the stuff back and they give it to Music Land, all these things that went down. And while all of this is going down, he's busted and all this stuff, they got my cousin in a room interviewing him, and they was like, is this guy with you? And they show him a video, and this is my other cousin. All this went down in front of him. Cops, security, everybody coming there. He's still distracting the lady. Let me see that. Let me see that one. All this going on behind his back. My cousin was like, he just laughed. It was like, no, I don't know him. I would have died laughing too. Because I was like, is that what I had to go get him? I'm like, I had to go get him, bring him back to the house, to the car. He almost got into it with the cop. And the cop was like, I can really impound this car. I'm just letting y'all go because y'all didn't have nothing to do with it. I'm like, all right, that's cool. Thank you. Thank you, officer. Let me get the car home. And then he just sitting there trying to be tough, looking at him. I'm like, what are you doing? Quit being an idiot. Get in the car. What's wrong? Man, I'm like, we have to come back and get him. So I had to tell my mom what happened. That was a terrible time. They did kiss. What are you talking about? They kissed in the snowball. You trying to create some controversy, wasn't you? Well, in season 4, you're gonna see more of Erica, the sister. She was a little too young when they did the first one, so that they really couldn't put her on the adventures more than they wanted to. In season 3, she had a lot of dialogue scenes, and a lot of people loved it. Yeah, she was almost at the point where black people wanted to whoop her. She's like, she need a whooping. But that's how kids were when they weren't around their parents. Kids was out of control. You can't spell America without Erica. That was a trending topic on social media. It was like that was the first time someone has ever heard it. They made her too sassy. Well, you probably ain't been in the hood. I've seen that Erica from my cousin Erica. She ain't had that mouth though. Like she ain't had that profanity in there. Cause in our house, you get knocked out. I don't know why people have a problem with the redhead girl. To me, she hasn't done anything wrong. But this season, I believe they're going to go inside of the upside down. I think they will take a journey inside the upside down. She taught 11 how to dump people. I mean, it was typical kids' relationships. That's why I laugh because it's funny. I've seen this happen. Hey, she's doing this. Hey, it's her fault. I'm like, yep, I've seen this. They've already been in the upside down. Well, I think it might get a little bit more inside. Most people who've been in the upside down wasn't in there too long. Because there's always something new coming from Stranger Things. Now we get to find out what the Russians are really doing with a Demogorgon outside of its element with the gate closed. If the gate's closed, that Demogorgon's supposed to be dead. Now remember, they showed that they could actually coexist because Dustin was saved by Dart. All he wanted was a Three Musketeer bar. He was hooked. He had that Three Musketeer bar and was like, hey, this is what's happening. Three Musketeers, 3 layers of chocolate. I'm on it. So he made Dart a doggone diabetic. Next thing you know, Dart was like, look, that cat looking nice and tasty. He ate that cat like, hey, what's up? Look what I got. Want to get a piece of this? Just ate this cat up. And I just thought he was so dumb in season 2. I'm glad they fixed that in season 3. Yeah, poor cat. If there is a season 5, I don't know if they can keep bringing 11 back. It's getting harder and harder to keep Mike and to keep right there's Finn Wolfhard character. It's gonna be really hard to keep them two into the film because they getting a large amount of requests from Hollywood, which will bring about the new rules that are being implemented that started in season 3. Now there's like almost no cell phones on the set. You can't change your hair. Do not adjust any makeup. Do not add any makeup when you come onto the set. You can't do these things. And now they're cracking down and treating them more like adults. No more of the kiddie stuff. It was fun. Now we got to get serious. You coming in with all this stuff as kids, that stuff is going to be wiped out. Well, you're looking at a situation where another character who got the role that David, who played Bruce Wayne in the movie on the TV show Gotham, he grew so fast. He started off doing some smaller films, mostly horror films. And then after those films, all of a sudden, boom, he grew out of the parts. He was too tall. When he was becoming a young man, before anything, he was this little kid that I was taller than when I met him. Now he's like a giant. No, Mike wasn't on Gotham. Yes, you got your actors mixed up. Fan Fan Wolfhard plays Mike. It's a different character. He's going to be in the Ghostbuster film, the new Ghostbuster movie coming up. Um, David, which is spelled David, but it's pronounced David. He plays Bruce Wayne in the Gotham series. One has a lot of hair. One hair isn't confined. They played on the tones that he might be that way, but at that age, you don't really know. He just rather prefer playing Dungeons and Dragons. Can we please go back to playing D&D now? They all chasing their girls around. Hey, what she say? Man, he like, man, look, can we just please go back to playing D&D now? It's like, okay, she dumped him. Good. Now, can we please go back to playing D&D? I cracked up laughing. That was a funny part. Right. You're like, man, I want to go back to the old days when we just played games in the basement and the board games and stuff like that. Next thing you know, dudes are arguing and chasing over girls, calling people, paging them. It changed the game. Me, my interest was completely sports, wrestling, sports, girls, when I got time, Nintendo, Sega, sports, wrestling, girls, when I got time. When I feel like being bothered and you're around, cool, but you gotta go. Oh, dude, I was the worst ever. Girls be like, I made you some cookies. I'll be like, good. What y'all doing? Playing Nintendo. Gonna play double dribble, and then I'm playing Lakers versus Celtics on the Sega Genesis. Yeah, and I had In the Zone when PlayStation came out. PlayStation In the Zone. In the Zone. Can I play? All right. There you go. Got two players. What's this button? That button is shoot. This button is this. She's playing. I beat her by like 55 points. This is not fun. It's great for me. Boom. Yeah, I didn't let her win at all. I don't let women win. I ain't let them get the feel of the game. We can start. You can get the feel once I'm up 30. Once I'm up 30, then okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't like you're not. I'm not even know how to play the game. You're not even letting me get the ball in. Can you let me get the ball in once? I'm like, I ain't about letting people win. Oh, one girl did beat me in the game. Oh man, I was trying to beat her. She was pissing me off. Oh, hey, wait a minute. You ain't supposed to be beating me. This killer instinct. Man, she was tearing me up with full gore. No, what she had, she had cinder, and I was full gore. Man, she told me up. I was in a pool of sweat trying to play that girl. The hell going on here? Next thing you know, I'm like, how did she don't even know what she's doing? It was ultra, ultra. Oh my god! How is this happening to me? Cinder was the weakest character on there to me. All you gotta do is like keep tapping forward and hitting a button, and then it would break out into a combo some type of way. He would turn into a flame, hit somebody, and turn into a whole nother thing. Man, I was so mad at that damn game. I asked her to leave. He said, let me guess, you asked her to leave. Nah, I ain't ask her to leave. We were gonna play till I won. We had to play till I started beating her. I'm like, this ain't been happening. I got Glacier. Soon as she came with that little flame thing, I started going under, coming up with that spike. And put an end to all this. I was mad. I'm like, how in the world is she beating me? I'm like, yeah, I gave you that one. Knowing I didn't, I was mad as a bear. Game got serious. You know, you start off playing with them, you wrap your arms around them, you got your controller, you playing, and they in your arms playing. Yeah, that's how it started. Oh, it didn't end like that. I'm like, okay, come on. See, you hit the button like this. Yeah, I'm playing. Yeah. Next thing you know, I'm like, get over there for a minute. Ultra, 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 ultra. Yeah, was not a good day for me.